Hi, fans of high-quality entertainment. So I have been a fan of The Clash since buying their very first album back in 1977, almost 50 years ago. And, I've told the story before, but, back then, of course, there was no internet. There was no way to hear what this band sounded like, just like other bands. Sex Pistols, whatever, Ramones. You would have to buy the album and just take the chance that you were going to like it. And, back then, the word punk rock was almost kind of scary in a way. It's like, ooh, that sounds dangerous. I don't know if I'm going to like it. But just like Sex Pistols and Ramones, when I bought this, I was instantly a fan. The very first song I ever heard was the opening track, Janie Jones, and loved that. And, I just became a very big fan of The Clash. So going through their history quickly, like I said, I love that. And then their second album, Give 'Em Enough Rope, came out, produced by Blue Oyster Cult's producer, Sandy Pearlman. And at the time, I was really disappointed in this. I only played it maybe 2 or 3 times. I liked the opening 2 or 3 songs, but that was about it. So, in later years, I came back to this, maybe about 10 years ago, hearing it on Spotify, thinking, I actually like this. It's a really good album. And I've just, since then, I just love it more and more. And then came the double album, London Calling, which I loved right away. And then Sandinista, 3 albums released in 1980. I loved it, but it was almost like three records, right? And it was just, I think, 36 songs. It was just too much. But but overall, I really did like this, even though it was a bit much. And through the years, as you'll see in the rankings, I've grown to really love this album. But like I said, I liked it right away, overall. And then their final real album, I know, Cut the Crap, came out. I never bought Cut the Crap. I have heard it. I did a reaction to it for my series, Does This Album Suck? And at the end, I believe I said it does suck, even though, there were 2 or 3 songs that I liked on the album. But I don't consider it a Clash album. I know some of you might. And when they released this huge box set a few years back, it wasn't included. So I don't know if Joe Strummer, what he thought of the album later on, but I just don't consider it a true Clash album. So in the rankings, it's at the bottom. Just know that. And then their final album, sadly, of the real Clash, Combat Rock. Overall, I really did like this. And I think I used to really love Rock the Casbah and Should I Stay or Should I Go, but they were played on the radio so much that I did grow tired of them to the point of disliking the songs. But now, being away from work where they would play, you'd hear The Clash and all kinds of other music, like Tom Petty played 8 times a day. So I kind of got away from radio, and I enjoy these songs today. And I've made a Spotify playlist with 1 hour and a minute of 15 of my favorite Clash songs. So if I remember, I'll have a link in the pinned comment below if you want to check out The Clash and maybe become a fan. So my playlist, and I try to make it flow, kind of nicely. It starts with the very first song I ever heard, Janie Jones, and then Police on My Back, The Magnificent Seven, Safe European Home, Police and Thieves, Last Gang in Town, London Calling, Know Your Rights, Train in Vain, The Guns of Brixton, Junko Partner, Bank Robber, White Man and Hammersmith Palais, Straight to Hell, and Garageland, or Garageland, whatever you want to call it. So these I love. So like I said, Cut the Crap is number 6. It's at the bottom. So these other ones, I honestly love all of them. And they're also, for this box set, you get this, I'm not going to rank this, but it's Sound System number 6. And it's just extras. And all kinds of great songs on this. Pause the video if you want to read that. So to rank the 5 albums. I know what number 1 is. This is stressful. All right, number 5. But it's still like a 10 out of 10 album. Is their debut. And I've mentioned this before. I think, the production is great, but I just wish it was a little more not so clean production. Maybe a little more rougher, I guess. And just so many great songs. White Riot, Janie Jones, like I mentioned. Career Opportunities. Garageland, which is one of my all-time, might be my favorite of theirs, or at least in the top 3. London's Burning, Police and Thieves, of course. So that's number 5. Now, London Calling, I know would be most fans' number 1 or number 2. It's number 4 for me. I love it. Like I said, the first time I played it, I loved it. But I kind of grew tired of it fairly quickly, and I don't play it that often because I just know the song so well. And, once again, London Calling, Rudy Can't Fail, Lost in the Supermarket, Clamp Down, Lovers Rock, Four Horsemen, Train in Vain, great pop song. It's not for me, it's not a challenging listen like some of their other albums are. It's like, I love it when an album, you don't care for it too much, or you just kind of like it. And through the years or months or whatever, you just kind of appreciate it more and more. And with London Calling, I just loved it right away, and I still love it today. But the replay value isn't as strong as these next 3. So number 3, like I said, I really liked it when it came out, especially the first half. The second half was a little more challenging for me, but through the years, I've grown to love that side too. So it's number 3. My favorites are, Know Your Rights. I love that opening track, Car Jamming, and Should I Stay or Should I Go, and Rock the Casbah, even though they're not in my Spotify playlist. They're great songs. And Straight to Hell is probably my favorite on this, along with Know Your Rights. And Ghetto Defendant, I love that. Death is a Star, the closing track. What a great band they were. Now, number 2, like I said, through the years, I grew to really appreciate this album, which I basically didn't really like too much. Every song is great. I used to think that side 2 was weaker than side 1, but like I said, I love all of the songs now. So if you never were a fan of this, give it another listen, because it's great. Number 1 is the 3 LP set, Sandinista. I love that album cover. It's bloated. almost, like I said, almost too much. But there's just something about it that I love. And I listen to the whole album. You know, usually when I go to play this, I listen to all three. Yeah, so when this came out, I absolutely, especially loved the first side, The Magnificent Seven, Hitsville, UK, Jungle Partner, Ivan Meets G.I. Joe, The Leader, and then something about England I wasn't crazy about back then. And then, you know, Police on My Back. I love Lose This Skin, which isn't even sung. It's sung by, I forget his name at the moment, but I love his very unique voice, which some people, you know, I don't think would care for, but I've always loved that song. And then, like I said, as it goes on, it gets kind of bloated in a way, but it's the Clash Sandinista. It's kind of like the Beatles' White Album. It's not perfect, but overall, it's my favorite Clash album because I always enjoy listening to it every time, all the way through. Although by the end, I'm pretty tired. The Clash Sandinista #1. And, you know, I don't do these videos just to tell you how I rank these albums. I love it when viewers tell me how they would rank these Clash albums. What is your favorite Clash album? Let me know. And what is your least favorite? And if you want, rank them too. And you can include Cut the Crap if you like. I'm sure there are fans of that album, but I don't think I ever, I feel I have everything by the Clash, I guess, except Cut the Crap, but I don't consider that a real Clash album. I'm sorry. So that's it. Thanks for watching. Please remember to like the video, leave a comment below, and subscribe. Bye.